The Pokemon Journeys anime isn't following the standard structure of the traditional Pokemon series, wherein Ash goes through gyms to collect badges, and eventually to the league in that region. Instead, it's a Pokemon World Championship tournament, where everyone starts off in the normal class and has to win battles against stronger trainers to make it to the top, ultimately leading to the Masters 8, where the winner is declared the best trainer in the world. I'm not here to talk about the Masters 8 in this video though. What I am here to talk about is the opportunity that this presents to writers, allowing them to bring back some of Ash's previous rivals for Ash to have battles against while climbing his way up the championship's ranking. And this week, I'm going to discuss, in no particular order, about 10 rivals I'd like to see Ash face off in the World Championships. Richie. Richie is one of Ash's earliest rivals, being the person he first loses to in the Indigo battle, and Richie is a similar character to Ash. He's kind, he loves his Pokemon, even giving all of his Pokemon nicknames, and even has a Pikachu just like Ash named Sparky. There are two main reasons that I'd like to see Ash face Richie again. First of all, it would be interesting to see how much Richie himself has evolved. If you look at his Indigo League team, he had a similar Pokemon set to Ash, including his Charmeleon, Pikachu, and Butterfree. Although by that point, Ash had already released his Butterfree. And later, we see that he even has a Pupitar in the Orange Islands and a Tailo in Pokemon Chronicles. Imagine him having now fully evolved versions of these Pokemon. But the main reason is that they never really got to face off in an actual fair battle. Ash's Pokemon were exhausted after battling Team Rocket, and he didn't get to rest them, allowing Richie to have a big advantage. That, and the fact that Ash's Charizard back then wouldn't listen to him. But now, with that no longer being an issue, and the fact that Ash has grown so much as a trainer, I would love to see him face off against Richie for real this time, with all of Richie's potential evolved and new Pokemon, and Ash with all of his team plus the Charizard with no interruptions to once and for all close that chapter in Ash's trainer career. Casey. Originally debuting in the Johto region, she started off basically as the female version of Kanto Ash with a bit of a sports flair. She was brash, overconfident, just like Ash was, and when she originally battles Ash and gets destroyed by his Charizard, rather than thinking she lost because she's not strong enough, she's convinced by Team Rocket that Ash must have been cheating. But after defeating Team Rocket together, her and Ash become friends. Battle-wise, this isn't really a fair battle. Ash has always been shown to be stronger than her. But the main reason I'd like for her to return is because of one main Pokemon, Beedrill. In Johto, after winning the bug catching contest, Ash gives her his Beedrill that he caught in the contest, knowing how much she likes yellow striped Pokemon. Now imagine Ash battling her again, but this time she has a Mega Stone, turning that Beedrill into a Mega Beedrill. Ash caught that Mega Beedrill for her essentially, and it would make for a fun battle where Ash gets to battle against a Pokemon he caught, but was raised by another trainer. It also allowed her an opportunity to show that similar to Ash, she's also grown as a trainer and isn't like the kid she used to be. And if you want the battle to have a bit more meaning, you can even have her Elekid evolve into an Electabuzz in the middle of their battle, which is the mascot for her favorite baseball team. Harrison. Debuting in the Johto region after making it past Gary, it's Harrison that Ash has to face in the Johto conference. As a character, he doesn't really have any distinct, memorable qualities. He's mainly known as the person who inspired Ash to go to the Hoenn region, with his Kecleon and his Blaziken appearing before Ash ever went to Hoenn. However, as you could probably imagine, Ash loses to his Blaziken. And that, honestly, is the main reason I'd like to see Ash have a rematch with him. When Ash fought him originally, Ash had no idea what this Pokemon was, and even still came really close to beating him. Now, as a champion of a region, could he avenge his old league loss? Who knows. And if you want, you can even give Harrison a Mega Stone so that his Blaziken can become a Mega Blaziken, giving Ash more of a challenge. Tyson. Another person I'd like Ash to face off in the Pokemon World Championships is Tyson. Tyson is, and if you can even believe this, an even more boring version of Harrison. And to me, Ash's loss to Tyson feels worse than his loss to Harrison. At least Blaziken was a Pokemon Ash didn't know about. Ash loses to Tyson's ace, his Meowth? Now, don't get me wrong, Tyson himself is a really strong trainer, which is actually one of the reasons I want Ash to face him. Tyson was basically Alon for his time, having both a Metagross and a Sceptile, and even though I'm downplaying his Meowth just a bit, his Meowth is really impressive, able to beat a Rhydon in the league, which is insane if you think about it. But the main reason I actually want this battle isn't for Ash to be able to avenge his loss, even though that is one of the reasons, but it's because it would be a champion versus champion battle, as Tyson went on to win the Hoenn League. Now that Ash has also won one, it would be awesome to see a match between champions of different regions. Tobias. Everyone I know wants Ash to have a rematch with Tobias, and it's understandable. He's basically the equivalent of action replay in a trainer. Darkrai, Latios. Honestly, if he does make a return in the anime proper, I can't see Ash beating him. The Pokemon Company tries to make legendaries look as strong as humanly possible all the time. If he were to come back, all that would happen is that he would have a new set of legendary with him. Probably one of the genies or the Swords of Justice or something like that. But even if Ash can't win against him and loses some points in the ladder, to me it would be interesting just to see Ash take on him again to see how he would take on some of these new legendary Pokemon. Cameron. Another one of Ash's league rivals and my personal least favorite rival. Cameron is basically Ash from the first generation, except with none of the charm and an overpowered team. This one is straight pettiness for the reason I want Ash to rematch him. I want Ash to destroy Cameron in a rematch. Let him bring out his Lucario, his Hydreigon, his Samurott. In a rematch, Ash needs to destroy him with his own Riolu, Dragonite, Pikachu. He beat Ash with just 5 Pokemon in a league, which up to that point had been his worst loss. Not placing wise or anything, but I mean just the way it happened. It really hurt how people perceived Ash as a Pokemon trainer. It took XY to basically turn him into nothing but a battler to shake off that loss, and even then, people still don't look at Ash the same after that loss. For the sake of actual redemption, Ash needs to battle Cameron, and in a rematch of the Pokemon World Championships, destroy Cameron. Virgil. Virgil is an interesting character. I'm not sure if you would call him Ash's rival. I mean, in the show he is presented as such, but he's an interesting character in that he has a squad of Eevee and he's part of the Pokemon Rescue Squad. Realistically, he wouldn't be involved with the Pokemon World Championships, but unlike every other trainer on this list, he's on here purely because of the battle aspect. You see, his team is a full team of evolutions. In my opinion, that would be really interesting to watch in a battle. Imagine a 3v3 or 6v6 battle with different types of evolution. That would be awesome in showing off really diverse types of matchups, something that the anime usually lacks, and would be another dope champion versus champion battle. Alon. Another person that people really want Ash to face off against in the Pokemon World Championships, Alon was Ash's Kalos League rival, and more so than any other battle, this is the battle people feel Ash should have won. Personally, I don't care about the league loss at all. For me, the main reason I want Ash to have a battle with Alon is that after the Team Flare arc, Alon tells Ash that he's throwing away all of his Keystones and Megastones that he got from Lysander, and he's starting from scratch like Ash. To me, that provides a lot of opportunity for his character. He can have a completely different team with Charizard as his only constant, and he could have different Megastones so it's not just Mega Charizard. To me, the possibilities of him having a different team, a different personality, and seeing his evolution is endless, making this rematch really intriguing. How? The latest of Ash's rivals, and this one is because I feel like How didn't get enough characterization in Sun and Moon. I understand he was supposed to be a secondary rival, but he was very likable in the anime. He wanted to surpass his grandfather, he worked hard, but because he was in Ash's main rival, it felt like his character and potential arc was just thrown away, showing up really late in the anime itself, and not having much of an impact, and not even showing up in the battle, the 151 battle, until after everything had ended. Then in the middle of his league battle, it felt like he got screwed. He didn't. I still argue that Ash should have won because Rowlet hadn't gone down, so Ash winning was correct. But I'm just saying, you feel bad for How when he gets screwed over and over like that. For me, I would love to see a mini arc where How returns and tags along with Ash and Go, giving him more of a chance to develop, ultimately leading to a rematch with Ash, this time with no potential sleeping or refereeing mistake. Kiawe. In the Alola region, besides Gladion, the main person that Ash had a rivalry with throughout the entirety of the series was Kiawe. But, unlike all of Ash's other rivals, we never got to see an official battle between them. Sure, they practiced against each other all the time, but when it came down to it, Kiawe never got to face off against Ash in a league setting. In the Alola League, he lost to Gladion, so he never got to face Ash. At the end of Sun and Moon, Kyobe went to go train with Olivia in order to one day become Kahuna, right? So why not pay that off? Why not have him face Ash now to show how much he's improved and give us a battle that the show never officially gave to us? Then you can use that to either make him Kahuna or show that he has a long way to go before being able to become Kahuna. I think it would be fantastic. And that's it. Those are 10 rivals I'd like to see Ash battle in the Pokemon World Championships. Who would you like to see Ash take on in the Pokemon World Championships? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button, share this video, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter @TheRealPDGaming. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later.